Welcome to another episode of the Greatness Engineering Show. It is a pleasure to be with you, and you know that this show is the space where leaders, innovators, and game changers reveal how they manage to rise and how they manage to become the best version of themselves. And today, we're gonna talk about. So we're going to the U.S. again. We were in the U.S. yesterday, so we're going to the US again, and we're having an amazing guest. Just gonna show you, just give you a snip of how who is the guest, and then you will discover later on a little bit more. We're gonna talk about his latest song called Smile, and it will be something exceptional. So I encourage you to have your pen, your paper, and because there's going to be a lot shared today. So don't hesitate to participate. Let us know where you're watching from, and that's and I hope that you're gonna enjoy the conversation today. So my guest, as you can see, is Michael Finkley. He's a Grammy Award nominated and Entertainment Award winning media personality, gospel artist. He's also an author and worship leader, and he hosts a show as well, the Michael Finkley Show. So we will have the opportunity to talk to him. He will have the opportunity to add more to this short introduction. So sit tight, and we will welcome him now to join us and start the show today. Welcome to another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show, the show that is brought to you by the Birai Telekima Global Leadership Organization.
Feel is important is if you just look at the word compassion, when it's behavior, it's something that can be learned, and it is something that we can embody through habits and through our daily action.
To get this idea that if we interject this wisdom intentionally, I call them needle movers. It's the needle mover that's missing.
Don't deprive the world of your greatness. Please. Don't do that anymore. Dare to excel, dare to be sexy, dare to be you, dare to be the best version of yourself. Impact yourself positively, and from there impact others, and you are not alone. So welcome, Michael, to the Greatness Engineering Show. And for the audience, this is Mireille, all the way from Perth, Australia, the Greatness Engineer. And I have with me today Michael Finkley, and we're gonna have a great time. So, Michael, as you know, as I mentioned, I've just did a brief introduction about you. I don't know if you want to add, to the short introduction that I made. Anything that I've missed out, and then we can start
to know a little bit more about, your latest song. So the floor is yours now.
Well, I thank you so much for the opportunity to be on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always wanted to go to Australia, so here I am.
Yeah, you
Um,
are.
I am. But you hit it right on the nail. Singer songwriter, Grammy nominated. You hit it all. You hit it all.
Mm.
One thing. I just finished my doctoral degree, so it's Dr. Finkley now. We're excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah. But you hit it right on the nail. We've just been over here
Uh,
working.
Fantastic, fantastic, Dr. Michael Finkley. I will definitely make sure that we know that you are a doctor now. So I just wanted to understand, as we start this conversation, understand a little bit more about how, this song came to you, because obviously,
Yeah.
every single song has its own, story. And just wanted to understand, what the song is, what is the basis and what was the breakthrough of, having this song. And, is it something related to a personal experience, or is it something related to someone around you? So we want to know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, each song has a story, and so
Hmm.
I've been writing for the past 15 years, and I tell you, I have a notebook just full of songs, and so
Hmm.
I wrote this song years ago, and it's again in my collection, and I was just afraid at the time to share it with the world. I didn't know how
Hmm.
to, I didn't know where to go, what to do. And so when I was nominated for a Grammy last year, with correlation with shout out to Antonio Vergara, we collaborated together on his various projects, and the project became Grammy nominated. I was like, you know what? I think it's time for the world to hear my voice in my way,
Hmm.
and so I finally did some research, and I got with this fantastic producer here in the States in my hometown. Shout out to Dion Campbell. And we just worked together. And I'm like, you know what? Let's produce a single first,
Hmm.
and the rest of the album will come. And so Smile came from a place where I'm a worshiper. I love the Lord and He loves me. And every time I sing a song or read a verse or anything, He just makes me smile. And I think
Hmm.
about Proverbs 17 and 22 about, how laughter is like medicine, right? And so, but what do you do before you laugh? You smile,
Hmm.
right? That comes
Hmm.
first. And so, just like the many experiences I've been through in life, there have been some things that there were ups, downs, smiles, and frowns, but at the end of the day, the smile always won. And
Hmm.
so, in worship, or just like I said, and it's just thinking, or if I'm around town, I'm always smiling, because I want to treat people the way I want to be treated as well. And so I
Hmm.
just smile. You're gaining more when you're positive. So
Hmm.
that's where the
Hmm.
song came from, a place of just appreciation, gratitude. I acknowledge you in my life, and so you made me smile, God. So here we are.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and that's very important, what I was listening to, coming to a place of gratitude, being positive. And that's what
Mhm.
I really, that led me to think, how do you think this message is, relevant for what's happening today? Because we see a lot of things that are happening, either on the, on the community, at the community level, or at the personal level. So how do you think this is helping, or is it going to help, that,
Right.
yeah.
I'm sure a lot of things are happening in Australia. As you can turn on social media, a lot of things are happening in the U.S. as well.
Mm-hmm.
But just in daily life as well, we go through different things that many people don't know that we're going through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, it's a positive note to just say, smile through your situation, and I promise you, it's going to get better. Smile through it. Be positive. Be active. You're not going to do it every day. But I'm
Mhm.
telling you, if you get through it, when you get through it, you're gonna smile. You're
Mhm.
gonna smile at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end of
yeah.
the journey as
Mhm.
well. So it's just a
Mhm.
song again, positive, is influential, is inspirational, is motivational, just to get you through your daily life as well, or that circumstance that you may be going through. So definitely smile. I promise you, you'll feel
Mhm.
better. You'll feel better.
You definitely feel better,
Yeah.
and like I said, it's very important to look at things on the positive side, and
It
even when
is.
you really challenge, really force yourself to say, okay, where is the positive thing here? Where is the opportunity? And it's always important to have this aspect. But you also wearing so many hats as well, so. I'm just, I'm just curious to know, how do you blend all of this, on top of, because I always hear artists who said that, when when they want to get the inspiration, then they need like silence, they need,
Mm.
to be in a particular state. But with all the other thing that you're doing, how do you manage to do that?
Well, I live by myself, and so I tap into my peace, right? My peace is my everything. I think it's even part of my creative being. So I love my peace. And so when I
Mm-hmm,
feel like I'm overwhelmed or just can't do something, I calm down and I
mm-hmm,
soak into my peace. My peace is quiet. My peace
mm-hmm,
is something that I enjoy doing. My peace, I could just be sitting in a room and just start thinking various things. But my
mm-hmm,
peace is my everything. My peace is my everything. And so um that's what I lean more into. I lean more into my faith. I lean more into my spirituality. I lean more into God. And that just calms me down. That gives me the
mm-hmm,
peace that I need in order to get to that next level where I need to be.
mm-hmm.
Um so it sounds like I do a lot, but I tell people it's not every day. It's not an everyday thing. It's like when things come up with the show or things come up with my music, then we react to those type of things. So
Mhm,
if it was every day with all the stuff that I have, I would just go completely crazy. But it's not every
mhm,
day. Thank
mm,
goodness.
mhm, mhm,
But again, it keeps me busy, keeps me going, and it's something that I like to do. I think the different things that I do feed into one another, and that
mhm,
just makes it a little bit easier for me, and what I'm
mhm,
trying to achieve and do. I was having this conversation the other day with someone. I don't want to have any type of regrets, right, in life. I don't want to have the
mhm,
shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because life is too good to be just sitting down, right?
mhm,
Fulfill your dreams, fulfill your passions, fulfill your options. That's how I end my show every time. Pursue your dreams, because someone out there is waiting on you. And I tell you, don't be selfish. Go out there and pursue it because they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, they did it, and that means I can do it too." Right? Make it happen. Make it happen.
mhm,
Not only you're waiting for
mhm.
yourself, your future self, but someone is out there waiting on you as well.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes very difficult, to have this perspective, especially again with everything that is happening, people struggling, people,
Yeah.
sometimes you are okay, but people around you actually are not. So how do you motivate them? How do you, bring them along with, into this spirit that you have, which is, looking at the positive side and leaning on God. And so how do you bring people that are actually not there yet?
Yeah, so we have to meet people where they are, right? Each of us are in a different space in life. And so once we find out where they are, right, that's when we can help them. Like I've done one-on-one coaching before. I've done group coaching before. So we have to just meet people where they are and then explore those other options of where how can we get you to your ultimate goal of success, because that is different for everybody. Success
Mm-hmm.
looks different on everybody, so we have to communicate with them. In order for us to do that, we have to get to know them as well, know what their fears are, know what their joys are, know what their sorrows are, all that kind of good stuff, because it goes into play with what they're trying to do at the end. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how we meet them, especially with what everything that I do. I may not touch them through the show. That's okay. I may touch them through my
Mm-hmm.
songs. I may not touch them through my songs. Well, I still do educational workshops and things, so I may touch them through my workshops. So that's why I do so much, because I know that I want to touch someone in some type of way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps me going, right? My cup runneth over. Whatever's running over, that's for you all. That's why I try to take care of myself, because I know that there's a need out there. And I want
Mm-hmm.
all continuously my cup to run over, so I can have the energy and the motivation and all the good stuff in order to continue to help people. I'm a servant first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a servant first, and so just like the Bible tells us about David, I'd rather be a doorkeeper. I'd rather just stand there and help people and assist people in and out. That's a service. So, however I can assist in that way, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
that's powerful because, you have to be basically believe in yourself and believe in
Oh
what you
yeah.
can, you can
Oh
bring.
yeah.
Otherwise you also gonna be dragged, into the energy of the people that are, challenge around you. So it is important, like you said, to understand that you are a servant, you give and you give freely and happily, because if it's a constraint, then it can be very difficult.
Yeah.
So fantastic, fantastic conversation. We're gonna have a break and then we will come back. So if you're just joining us, you are, joining an amazing conversation. I'm speaking to Dr. Michael Finkley today, and we talking about, his latest song, "Smile," and what the philosophy around it, and how he's actually integrating all the activity that he has around, and how he's able to help you and people around him, through his work. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in few minutes.
None of us know everything. We don't.
Mhm.
And you can learn from a baby, and you can learn from an older wisdom. And I think what we need to do in regards to this next generation is learn to sit and listen to their point.
Mhm.
So once we listen to them, and the thing is, it's not what we say, it's how we say it to them. Because they may be younger, but it's all about respect.
Mhm.
If we respect them, they will respect us.
Getting into film, it is a extension of nursing to me, because nurses are storytellers, because throughout our career, stories have been told to us. I've taken care of patients that were in their 90s and survived the Holocaust. And so each patient has a story. And that's one of the blessings with dialysis. I did acute dialysis, so a lot of my patients were critically sick on a ventilator. But when I got there with my machine, they looked at me as the savior, because that was kind of like the last ditch effort, let's call in the dialysis team. And I had an opportunity to say, tell me about Mr. Smith, because he's on a ventilator. He can't speak for himself. And I would hear from the grandkids, the wife, the cousins, and they would tell me all kind of stories. And I think it's just so ironic now, almost 60 years old, being in film and being able to share stories that really impact people, because a lot of times when you're going through health challenges, you feel like you're all alone, but you're not. There's a large population of people.
we have a full support system that really makes us unique. But that requires a lot of partnership to make that happen. So beyond the big money, there's a lot that you can donate in terms of your talent, your expertise, and your networks. And so please follow us. You'll learn more. Be interested. Be curious about helping young African men and women, and you will be surprised how much you can actually have an impact. And that's the one I think many people think, well, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to change the world. You will have an impact. Don't think that you don't. It's the biggest barrier to keep you from getting involved. And if you don't think that you can, I can promise you, Amina can tell you, anything that you can provide will absolutely help. It will go much further than you can possibly imagine.
Everyone to have the opportunity to continue to experience a life change now over and over and over again. And in doing so, inspire others with hope. Like I said before, hope, help other people excel. Hope, help other people enjoy life. Hope, help other people every single day. Why? Because they too deserve the opportunity to soar. Soar. That's right. Seize opportunities and rise. Soar. Seize opportunities and resurrect. Soar. Seize opportunities and rejuvenate their life as well. Life, live intentionally for eternity now, because there's no other way. And
So we are back. We are back with Dr. Michael, and we have, started, really understanding, what SMILE is all about. And one question I have, Dr. Michael, is why do you think people are not smiling as they should, today? How do you basically make sure, especially when you are around, that this message of smiling all the time will travel, not only around the US or around the world. What's the plan for that?
Yeah, I think we kind of hit on the head earlier as well. Life just happens. I always say, especially to my students, life be lifing, right? And we get
Mhm,
so caught up into what our own situations are at times, we forget to do it. As we
mhm,
know that it takes more muscles to frown than to smile. So I don't know why people are doing it, not doing it a lot more. Um, but yeah, our situations get us down. We're just so mind focused of what we're going through. We're trying to help others along the way, and so our schedules, some people just plan the moment by moment by moment. So it just differs for everybody, right? And so again, we just sometimes are just again caught up into what our own goals and desires are, and we forget to do it at times. But I promise you, if
mhm,
you just sit down and have a few moments to yourself and reflect of all the good things that God has blessed you with, all the life. First of all, life, health, and strength, because so many people are dying as well. And it's just so we're still here. So that should just put a smile on your face. The simplest things like in life, I've learned to just calm down in life and just look and observe. And I'll see different actions like in the store, like somebody may have purchased groceries for somebody in the store. That was a smile on my face. Like, wow, someone did a nice thing for them. Or I'm in the
mhm,
park and I see the birds chirping and I see the sun shining. That puts a smile on my face. I've just learned to calm down, chill out, slow down, and just enjoy life. So
mhm,
that's my prayer for everyone as well. Just to enjoy life. Slow down. It's gonna be there when you get there, I promise you. But just slow down. Slow down. Life is
mhm.
meant to be enjoyed.
Yeah, it goes so fast, and you're right. It's like it's the rat race. Especially in the US. I mean, in Australia, and that's why I like Australia. It's really laid back, so you have
Mhm.
this time for yourself, and But in some countries, it's just crazy. People don't stop; they just go and
Right.
go and go, and you lose yourself into all of this, and that can be very difficult. But one thing that I wanted to really understand, Dr. Michael, is, especially through your show, you actually inspire those people, in a different way. But how do you make sure that you use media intentionally as a force for light and encouragement, rather than use it as a distraction? Because when people they talk about music or anything else, it's the distraction thing that comes up. So how do you make sure people don't just stop at the distraction level with your song, and then they just go to the next level, because there's always a message behind it?
Yeah, and I think again you hit right on the head as well. There's always a message, right? Even with my
Hmm.
show, before I go on any interview, I pray. And I
Hmm.
ask, I want the person that I'm interviewing to get something from it. I want to get something from it as well. And the persons that will be watching, the millions of people that will be watching, I want them to get something from it as well. And so I interview a lot of entertainers here in the States, even outside of the States, that, they're doing an incredible job in their field, but there's something else to them. So sometimes when they're on
Hmm.
these major platforms, they only get like 10 minutes to talk about whatever. On our show, we can talk about whatever, how long, but I tap into them a little bit more, so it makes them that
Hmm.
much more three-dimensional for individuals, so they can see while they're talking, while people are watching, they're like, oh my gosh, they went through this. They never
Hmm.
talk about it, or they felt that way. Oh my gosh, they never talk about it, right? And so now it's like, wow, I'm relating to this individual even more, even though I've watched them, or I've seen their music, heard their music, I've seen them on television. I can now relate to them that much more, because now that's what you get from the show. There are
Hmm.
things that celebrities have said on my show that never said on any other platform before. So with them, it makes we have a comfortable atmosphere, and it allows them just to open up that much more, to express themselves that much more. And so
Hmm.
again, I know I get something from it each and every time that I turn on that camera and I start talking with them. And again, that's my prayer for my audience, the Think Fam as well, to get something from them as well. And you can tell they're getting things from them. They'll comment, they'll share how they're feeling about these various episodes of the show. Again, it's the same thing with my song. It always has to has a message behind it. I learned, I was watching this was a few years ago, I was watching the Clark sisters story, and how
Hmm.
each of their songs reference the scripture. And I'm just like, that's the key. That's the key. And so I'm like, I want to do that too. So like all my songs now, I went back and had to put scripture in there, because if it contains scripture, because at the end of the day, again, the message is there.
Hmm.
I want to give the message of hope. I want to give the message of you can make it. I want to give the message of if I can do it, you can do it too, right?
Hmm.
Because again, it's so needed in 20. We're in 2026. It's just so needed. It's so needed and it's so wanted. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to be
Hmm.
successful in their own right. Because I want everyone to feel good. Because at the end of the day, you deserve it. You go through so
Hmm.
much. You put yourself through so much. But at the end of the day, you deserve to feel special. You deserve to
Hmm.
smile.
Yeah, exactly. And would you say that, this the Smile song actually reflect your current season of growth, both spiritually and creatively? Do you think that's what it is?
I love your questions. Woo! I love your questions. Yes, yes. 2025 was how can I put it? I want to say difficult, but it was a lot going on, and I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't really enjoy it in the sense of I showed up, I was there, I went to the Grammys. I received my doctoral degree. Other awards for my show. Different events that I did in 20. I showed up, but did I
Mm-hmm.
really enjoy it and soak in the moment? I can't say that I did all the way fully because I was thinking about the next thing. I'm like, I have to finish this paper tonight. That kind of thing. And so I couldn't really soak into the fact that I was really there and enjoy the moment. But I told myself moving forward, no matter what I have going on, I am always going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to put the camera
Mm-hmm.
down, right? I'm going to put the phone down and enjoy the moment. Like literally, I'm going on a cruise in a few weeks. My first cruise ever.
Wow.
Yes, my first cruise ever. I'm going by myself, and I'm treating myself. And for that week, I am doing nothing. I'm putting the phone down, and I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying the moment. Yeah.
As you should, because especially if you had a difficult, difficult year, in a way. So it's time to enjoy and really, treat yourself, because nobody's gonna it's gonna, take care of you more than yourself. So on that, we got to take a break, and then we will come back and just to understand, what's next for you, and how, the people who are listening or watching can, build on your experience so far. But let's have a short break, and we will be back again with you.
Kasia Trepanier. I'm from Hammond, Louisiana, which is about 30 minutes outside of New Orleans.
Our end thing is love, community, and never forget about the people that paved the way.
Art is the only medium to help us understand that there is a lot more to life than fight.
Whatever you do in your personal life trickles into your business life. And a lot of times people fail in business because they have not succeeded in life.
I want to be able to be contributing, one of those guys that really are doing significant work to better the lives of people.
Every change is linked to a consciousness raising, and change is conscious. And if you want to change something in your life, start with your breathing. Start to work on your breathing.
Leave something for people to learn from. Make a video, write a book, teach, go around, teach the younger generation or the next generation to help them become or follow the path that you've been.
So we are back. We are back after this short break, and I can't see Michael anymore. I hope he's still with us so far. Are you here, Michael?
Yes, I am.
You've completely disappeared. It's all black, so
Really?
we can hear you, but you completely your camera, I don't know, you put something on the camera that actually um remove you from
I'm not sure what I did. I
yeah,
didn't touch the screen. Uh,
yeah. But we can hear you, so that's already not too bad. But we don't have your pretty face on the screen.
we need my pretty
Um,
face.
yeah, we need your pretty face on the screen, and so Michael is, we have a little bit of technical issues. So while Michael is fixing everything, we will just have a short video. Oh, he is back, so we don't have to have the video. Welcome back. Yes, I couldn't see your face anymore, so welcome back after this short break. And my question, the question that I have for you, before we go, we talk about, what's next for you. It's,
Yeah.
because a lot of our viewer actually are leaders, they create, they are purpose-driven individual navigating a lot
Mhm.
of things, a lot of seasons. So what I wanted to ask you is what are the advice that you would give them on maintaining their joy, the resilience, and also, have faith, while pursuing their calling. So what is the key thing that you think they should focus on?
Yeah, definitely. Because again, I feel that each person is unique in their own special way, and we're going to
Mm-hmm.
start at different times in our lives. We're going to start at different moments in our lives when we are more confident, in our abilities as experts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a book. I'll probably talk about it as well towards the end, more in depthly, about my journey with my show. And the first chapter talks about writing the vision and making it plain. What is
Mm-hmm.
the vision, right? If you have no vision, you have no plan. So write things down. My best friend always says, our words are listening. So write your vision and make it plain. Whatever it is, whatever it sounds like, write it down. And then work from there,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can schedule time to, you can make your long term goals, your short term goals from that vision as well. What supplies you need, who do I need to talk with to get that informational, if a thing that I need to be successful in whatever I need in what industry. And also, if you are, that faith-based individual, tap into your faith, tap into your spirituality. Then also too have the mindsetting of keep going, keep
Mm-hmm.
going, no matter how hard it may seem, no matter how difficult it may be. There's something like when I first started this whole thing, there were a lot of in the way I wanted to do it. There were not a lot of people doing what I was doing, and so there was
Mm-hmm.
no blueprint. That means I had to literally build my own blueprint. That was scary because sometimes you just want to not mock people, but you want to kind of take and then kind of make it your own. I couldn't even do that. So I had
Mm-hmm.
to literally build my own way. And so if it can get scary, but keep going. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the why. Remember the goal. Remember your vision, right? Because at the end of the day, now because you're serious about what you're trying to do, again, like I always say, someone's out there waiting for you. We can't be selfish in holding our ideas together. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's going to bless you, but it's going to also bless others in the process. So that would be my tier information for individuals. I know there's so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, at the end of the day, I can say, you're going to be influential. You're going to motivate others along the way. You're going to have those moments that you just want to give up, but at the end of the day, just keep going. That's my final word for them. Just keep going, because again, you have something precious.
Okay. So
Some people that you
Hello. Yes, so that's really, important because, like you said, sometimes people need a little bit more direction. They don't know where to start, especially if they don't have clarity in, what they do. And it can become really a challenge for, for them. And it is important, that, and that's what I like, having this type of conversation and bring, people of your caliber so you can basically, tell them that it's possible. It's, there are processes, there are things that they need to focus on to be able to, to get where they want, and then follow their, pursue their calling. So what's next for you in 2000 and 26? We're just starting the year. You've accomplished, even if you said it was not a good year, you became a doctor, you've accomplished so many things in 2025. So what's next for 2026?
Um, that
Oh, lost it again. We've lost you again. So what we're gonna do, we will come back. And so because we've lost Michael again, so we're just gonna have a short. Um, okay, all right. So Michael is back. Yes. So we lost you at some point. So my question was, what's next for 2026?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Okay. I can. Okay. So, um, I can tell you. Okay. All right. So we are having a little bit of technical issues here. I really don't
Okay,
know
you can hear
what's
me.
going on. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
I just
So
can't
the
hear
que.
you, but I can
Okay.
definitely answer the question about what's next in
Mm-hmm.
2026. Uh, so in 2026, I definitely feel that it's going to be a fantastic year. Um, I said this to myself like mid-year 2025 that 2026 is going to be a year of harvest. We as my grandparents and my great grandparents used to have a farm, and they used to just plant different things and all the good stuff that comes along with it. And then there was a time for them to plant, and then it was a time for them to pick everything because everything is grown now, and they started to pick everything for the winter, and because of their hard work they did all summer. And
Mm-hmm.
so now I feel that this is the year of the harvest. So now we're going to reap all those things that we will get because of our hard work. And
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely feel that I have my music. We are in the studio. We're working on the album. Work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about. And then for the show is still going strong. We'll still be doing our interviews, and we'll be going on the red carpet as we always do at various events. Um, but our mind and our hearts are open to different things. We're open to the collaborations. We're open to just what we could do to grow and get the message out there that much more. So we're excited about it. We're definitely excited about it. Not sure what it looks like and sounds like moving forward, but again, if it sounds good and feels good to the spirit, we're gonna do it. We're definitely gonna do it. But our main goal is to finish the album, get it out there, continue to promote the single, get our name out there more. A lot of people see us as a host more than an artist, but I just want to say, hey, I do it all.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
it
It's
all,
oh,
and
it's
I really want that to come across as, again, if this little country boy from the United States here in a little southern region of South Carolina can do it, then you know anybody can do it.
anybody can do it. Fantastic. Um, can you hear me right now? Now, um,
I still can't
still
hear
not.
you.
Okay. Right. So we gotta just have a short break. So and then we will come back later on. So let me just have this break. So we are back. Hopefully now Michael can hear me. Can you hear me, Michael? Still not. Okay, all right. So what we're gonna do then, I'm just gonna, make a question here. So what's gonna be your legacy? I'm gonna ask Michael what's is the legacy that you want to leave? I don't know what's going on. So I've just posted the question
The legacy,
for my,
the
mhm.
legacy. So as of now, I don't have any kids, and that could change. But if it doesn't, I always think about my nieces and my nephews. I have two nieces and two nephews, and so I always have them in the front of my mind. Even though they have parents, it's like maybe they can do something else with this that I didn't do before. But the
Mhm.
legacy I want to leave, that's a physical legacy. But the mental and the mental legacy I want to really leave um is the aspect of the message of you can achieve anything you put your mind to it. You know, the only factors out there in life that stop us, and so those factors, um, if they continuously stop us, we'll never get anything done. So if you allow your mind to override that, you can achieve anything that you want to. That's the message I want to leave because I've had some great supporters, some great influencers thus far in my career in doing this. And I tell you, they are motivational. They keep me going. They really keep me
Fantastic.
going. And so, with that in mind, I always say that let's just do it, right?
Mhm.
I can say that I did it, and it was a blessing. And this is how I did it because I always want to share with individuals that this is how it's done. Or I can share with people too that I didn't do so well, but this is
Mhm.
what I learned, right? This is what
Mhm.
I learned from the entire situation. So at the end of the day, whether good or bad, I'm sharing what I'm learning. So do it. Just go do it. That's the legacy. That's the mental legacy I want to leave behind. Just go do it. Yeah.
Mhm. Fantastic. And that's, that's a great legacy that, that you could leave, especially if you don't have, the children yet. It's just important to, to think about, your family, people in your family and your people that are, in your community and where you are. So, no problem. So the next question that I'm asking Dr. Michael. Obviously, we can't see him, and I hope that he got the question. Say, where do we find the new single his new single song, and how can we listen to it? So I don't know if he's managed to do. Um,
So
yeah.
the single.
Mhm.
Um, Where you can find the single, you can find the single on all streaming platforms. We're everywhere. We're
Mhm.
everywhere. So you love Spotify, you love Apple, you love Pandora, we're everywhere.
Mhm.
But if you would like a physical copy, you can go to our website at finkleymusic.com and you can
Mhm.
order, you will ship you off a CD and an autograph poster as well.
Mhm.
So definitely visit our website, finkleymusic.com. And again, you get to purchase it there. And, the single, and you get that personalized autograph poster from myself as well. We want this single to be huge. And it's already, some executives love it. Executives have been
Mhm.
raving about it thus far. The message behind it and the positivity behind it and what it entails, how it inspires, all the good stuff. So yeah, you can listen anywhere. That's where you can find it. Again, on our website, all streaming platforms. I tell you, definitely go out and continue to make it big.
Mhm.
Continue to make it big, but make sure that you're having fun with it as well.
Mhm. Okay, fantastic. Can you hear me? No, still not. Still no sound. Okay, all right. So I will put another video and then we will be back. Hopefully we can okay, so hopefully we can finish the show on I because it's really putting a lot of pressure with this technical issue. So what I'm going to do is put another commercial and we will be back in few minutes again and then just see if we can get Dr. Michael back with us. So don't go anywhere. We will just refresh again and make sure that we are able to get Dr. Michael to finish the show with us. So don't go anywhere.
World now where it's harder to trust people because there's so much bad information out there. And so I think for me, like, I want to be a person that's reliable. Like, when I go to Kelsey Nicole Nelson, I know when I go to KNN, I know I'm getting the right information. And so I do my due diligence to make sure that whatever I put out there is something that obviously people can verify, they can trust. But also, I like to also be open. So meaning people can directly contact me, send me a message, right? Set up a time to talk with me, on the phone and do a consultation. So I think also that accessibility is huge as well, allowing people to question. But again, I think the biggest thing is making sure you get stuff right. I think when you trust the journalist, it's just like any relationship you have, right? I like to think trust is the most important. When someone breaks that trust, it's hard to get it back. So that's why for me, it's making sure I get it right the first time and making sure that people can believe me the first time.
Don't change the mind, it keeps going. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your spirituality. You have to learn to grow and move through that kind of stuff. And people don't want to do that. That's hard. Let me make sure I say this one more time. That's hard work. Getting help, changing your mindset, working on you is hard work. It's easier just to say, well, it's her fault. And if she had done this or he hadn't done this, I wouldn't be able to do that. It's easy to blame other people and pass on what happened to you to somebody else.
There's one specific key component you need to have as a leader, and that's integrity. You have to wear the badge of integrity. And that is something that I look at in a person. Integrity, the consistency, the inconsistency, the red flags, because when you meet me, I'm going to give it all on the table. I'm going to give you the knowledge, I'm going to give you the education. And if I don't know how, I'm going to send you to that other person that knows how, because I don't know everything. But the lack of integrity is what to identify that is not a leader, or that's not somebody that should be on your journey.
Something that I talk to my son about all the time. I actually had this conversation with him 2 days ago. And I said to him, I said, son, remember this, that no matter what is going on in your life, no matter the amount of success you achieve, even the growing and the learning experiences, it was always God. And that's the legacy that I want to leave. Some people want to leave money, and that's good. Some people want to leave material things, and that's fine. But the legacy that I want to leave is the legacy to remind my son, my grandsons, and future generations that it was always God. It was always God directing their path. It was always God guiding them. It was always God that kept them. I never want them to lose that rich spiritual legacy. I never want them to rest on their own morals, on their own, even values that they feel, what comes in their culture and their generation of time. I want them to remember that everything that they do in life, it was always God.
So yes, we have Dr. Michael back with us, and it's amazing. And I didn't want to close without saying thank you. Thank you, Dr. Michael. Thank you for sharing your heart, your faith, and your journey with us today. So it is definitely, amazing for us to be able to have someone like you with us today, and giving us such a powerful message, and reminding us that joy is not a reaction. It's not a reaction to the circumstances. It's something that is spiritual, and then you can actually activate it at any moment, even when you have challenges. So thank you so much for being with us today. I don't know if you want to add to some a last message for the audience. I don't know, let us know, and that will be the end of the conversation today.
Again, thank you for having me. I appreciate you so much. Like I said, I've always wanted to go to Australia. I'm still gonna go physically. I'm gonna go. But thank you so much for the opportunity. I must say again, pursue your dreams. Pursue your dreams, because again, someone's waiting for you. Someone's waiting for you to do it. So definitely pursue your dreams. Again, the single is everywhere. Smile on all streaming platforms. Visit our website for that physical copy and that autograph poster as well. But again, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate you so much. Go out and do it. Pursue it. Go.
Just do it, just do it. And if, the conversation spoke to you today, I really encourage you to pause, to breathe, and to remember that your smile, your faith, and your gratitude matter more than because sometimes you don't really know. So make sure to stream, the smile on Spotify, everywhere, Spotify, YouTube, I think it's everywhere. And follow Michael. He's under Michael Finkley. There's Michael Finkley Show. So on his platform, I'm going to put all the links and everything, in the comment for people who are actually watching. Later on, you will have all the data, and you can always reach out to me if you want to continue the conversation with Michael and to stay connected with him. And just, until next time, remember, greatness is, comes from inside, and then you can, unleash it and really start to change the world. So I hope this episode have allowed you to go to will allow you to go to the next level of your greatness. We will be back with 2 episodes of the Greatness Show next weekend. So join us. And again, Michael, thank you so much for your time, for your wisdom, and for your joy, your positive energy that you brought on this platform today.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome.